What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Joe Chapo back in the building. Another edition of If They Only Knew. As always, we got your boy Main Light on the hill. What up, man? Out there, the BX represented. What up?
Light is pissed off
right
now.
What up, man?
Raiders,
What up?
I see you represented.
Listen, Light is pissed off because I can't smoke right now, man. I'm pissed off, man. But I want to shout out to all. I want to shout out to all my ITOK Please make sure y'all subscribe, like, share, comment, and make sure you hit that bell so you can get all our videos first thing smoking. Mash
that button, yo. But yo, shit. Today's episode, man, is definitely a good one, man. Definitely a good one. Yo, I'm happy he agreed to come on. For those of you who don't know who he is, sir, please introduce yourself.
Hey, man, the name is Edgar. They call me Smokey, man. Nice to meet y'all. Nice to meet y'all, man.
What's going on, Smokey?
Right here, post it up. I mean, happy to get to meet up with you guys, you know what I mean? Get this opportunity, you know what I mean, to holler at you guys, you know what I mean?
Shit, the opportunity and the pleasure is all ours, man. We appreciate you trusting us with your story, man. For real.
Yes, sir.
Like we don't take it lightly.
All the way.
Yeah, we don't take it lightly, man, for real, yo. Like we definitely appreciate it, man. So like always, everybody want to know. They want to start from the tell us a little bit about yourself, where you from and how you came up.
Oh man, started off, man. I'm from LA, right? So the streets over there in the West LA and downtown LA, you know what I'm saying? Running the streets as we were little from the West LA all the way to South Central. So you know how that goes, you know what I mean? Well, I started off young, player, hustling in the streets, you know what I mean? Middle school came around, man, I had to make a couple of dollars to help out the family, you know what I mean? So as far as that goes, I mean, got caught up on the street life, you know what I mean? Started gangbanging, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, growing up as a little kid, I used to have a few of the fellas, you know what I mean, that they were listening to Wu-Tang and all that growing up. So they like the little flows and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So we smoked weed. I used to hear the fellas flow and stuff like that on the block. Man, we had like 20 motherfuckers right there in the corner of my block. They were like my sister's age, you know what I mean? And I still remember I used to look up to them fellas, you know what I mean? They'd be like, they'd just turn out the lights and start smoking weed. So I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I like that, you know what I'm saying? Like Wu-Tang was out there and a couple of the fellas, you know what I'm saying? Psycho Round was out there on style, you know what I mean? So we used to listen to Psycho Round all the time, you know what I mean? So as far as that goes, I mean, man, the street life in LA is tough, man. We had Rampart harassing us at the time. I wasn't even from the neighborhood yet, you know what I mean? So we used to smoke weed, so I'd go to the park, you know what I mean, play basketball, come back to the block, and make a little money here and there, you know what I mean? It was tough on my block at my house because I used to eat nothing but beans and rice, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I gotta help my grandma out, you know what I mean? So I tried to do good though, you know what I mean? I tried to graduate. Middle school I messed up. I went to high school. So I know I tried to do good, man. The teachers were positive, but man, you know, I had every kid in the ghetto, man. We were selling a couple of weed, made a couple of money. Then I got cut up, man. I ended up going to juvenile hall. And then I was like, damn, this shit's tough out here, you know what I mean? But once
how old were you went to juvenile hall?
Man, I was in the 8th grade, second semester. I was 13 years old, man.
Yeah.
Man, I remember it took me for a week, just that week, and right there in East Lake Juvenile Hall felt like a whole month, brother. You know what I mean?
What was that like? Did you get into any issues while you was in there in that week?
Oh, well, you know what? At that moment, my first time going to juvenile hall, I was just me. I mean, I wasn't for no gang, right? It was just me and my little crew terrorizing the neighborhood. You feel me? They were like for smoking weed and little girls here and there. So at the moment, I didn't have no beef though, you know what I mean? But that weed, brother, let me tell you something, bro. I was like, man, like God, like what's going on with my life, you know what I mean? Because my dad gangbang, you know what I mean? But my dad left, that's time I seen him, I was 11 years old, you know what I mean? But he's a good dude, though. I ain't gonna talk bad about my dad, but he's a good dude. He's a hustler from the streets, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He constantly gave my grandma money for us, for me and my little brother and my 2 older stepsisters, you know what I mean? So my sister raised us, so she was like a mother to us, you know what I mean? I love her to this day, you know what I mean? So went to juvenile hall, got out. So I was like, all right, like you know what I mean. I was still going back to high school. So next thing you know, like yeah, like the whole little tanker that we had went separate ways. And I ended up getting into my neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So once I got into my neighborhood, I was like, the cars, the money, the women. I was like, okay, like I dig that, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, we always help our people, you know what I mean? Like we always were respectfully, we help out our elders, you know what I'm saying? Like struggling in the streets, like I used to always be polite. So they always spoke highly about me. But then again, we got the Rampart Police Division, you know what I'm saying, harassing us. So once again, this time I got caught up with drugs. I ended up going back to juvenile hall. Man, it was like, oh man, one man for himself, man. It was like a straight, like, how could I put this? Like every day you got a chunk of they test you. You feel me though?
Yeah. So how old were you at that point?
I was already 14 years old.
So you was 14.
I was 14 years old,
now
man.
14 out there, shit is like 18.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
14 years old, man.
So everybody around 14 is usually at a point where they're already affiliated.
Yeah.
So you said you wasn't affiliated yet, but you was just chilling with the neighborhood, or you was affiliated already.
As soon as I got out for my first bid in juvenile hall, and I got out, and then my block people started moving in. I got to jump into my neighborhood. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, all right, like the lifestyle that we grew up on, like as far as the money, the women, you know what I mean? Like I was going to high school. High school is like it's like the memories that you will not forget, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, just picture like 20 motherfuckers, 15 of us, you know what I mean? Like posted up, you know what I mean? But once again, I always had that little crowd of homeboys that we used to just go back to the block, start rapping like in the corner of the house, you feel me though? Like, or like, okay, like selling weed. But we had the one times always harassing us, but you know, there was a couple of shootouts, you know what I mean, around the neighborhood, but I was like, man, I remember I was like, I'm gonna say 18 when I first got shot, you know what I'm saying? But I was just eating chicken. I was just eating chicken. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay. But then going back to the 9th grade, right? I was doing good. But then it's that cycle that you get caught up that as you're growing up, you're selling weed, you're making money, but with the money, like I never consumed no heavy drugs. You feel me though? I try to make money for like to help out my family. You know what I mean? But seeing people you know OD, seeing older people that you meet like OD, you think twice. Like damn, like what's going on? You feel me? Do I want that lifestyle? But it's like a cycle that you cannot break. You feel me though? Yeah. And then at that time I was dating a female, right? Which to this day, she's the mother of my child. I was with her since the 9th grade, you know what I'm saying? Wow. So she held with me, she ride with me throughout the times. And we had ups and downs, but the communication that I had with her, like she like because of her, I mean, I'm still here, you feel me though? But yeah, I keep going to the system, and then she's the mother of my child. So she's every time I came out, she held it down for me, but I was just being a knucklehead, like me and my little road dog, two little motherfuckers terrorizing the neighborhood, you know what I mean? But man, what can I say, brother? Like,
so let's go back. So you said at 14 you got popped the second time and shit, yeah?
Yeah.
How long was that for?
6 months.
6 months. How many times after that did you get jammed up?
Oh, after that, how many times I went back to juvenile hall? I went back like 6 different times. You know what I mean?
So none of those times you was like, man, this is it, yo. Like, I can't keep doing this and shit, because you had wifey by then, 9th grade. It wasn't like, damn, I gotta stay out for wifey.
No, you know what? The mother of my daughter, that was like that. You know how you got that little that puppy love? I mean, but then again, it's like, and she lived down the street from my house, so it's like I'll be in the block, I'll be in the park, I mean, or in school, she'll be with me. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I was growing up, we had all different girls, you feel me though? But there's always that one that you'd be like, damn, I miss that, bro.
Part of your heart and shit. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I mean, we stand out. You know what I mean? Growing up right here where I stay in West LA, in South Central, man, like It's just like it's an everyday thing, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, I had other female, but she kept, her mom, I remember her mom used to be like, she used to hate the dog shit out of me, right? But after a while, she noticed that her daughter would always be with me. You know what I mean? Me being with my daughter, she used to tell me, my grandma used to tell me, like, oh, you want to be here or you want to be over there? You see, motherfucker, everybody's caught up over there, lined up, shackled by the laws, getting fucked by the laws, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm a just chill. I tried getting a job at age of 16, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tried getting a job at age of 16, but that didn't work. I ended up getting caught up for a burner, you know what I mean? I caught with a gun. This time I went back to camp for 9 months, you know what I mean? I went back for 9 months. I was like, damn, like, what should I do? 9 months camp at the age of 16 this time, you know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what? I used to read a lot. That's what kept me going. The letters. I used to read a lot. My mom used to visit me, you know what I'm saying? My little brother was still young. My little cousin and my little brother at the time, we're 4 years apart. So I was 16, they were 12 years old, you know what I mean? So I'm like, man, I used to think a lot about them, you know what I mean? Like, my dad went to the system. Last time I seen him, I was 11 years old. You know what I mean? And then he got deported to El Salvador. And then I got my little brother, my little cousin growing up. So I'm like, okay, after 9 months, I was short to the pad. I was like 1 month to go to the house. I ended up getting in a fight, right? My caseload tells me, you got one more try. I'm gonna give you one opportunity. If you smoke the opportunity, we're giving you 12 months. I was like, all right. I was quiet, brother. Next thing you know, I ended up getting I got jumped, so I retaliated, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, man, fuck this. I went all out. I did my whole year. Baby mama fell off on me. I was like, damn, I ain't got nothing to do, nothing, you know what I mean? Yeah. So after a year at 17, I came back out, brother, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right. I started getting that pen and paper. You know what I mean? I try to, like, with the fellas, like my older homeboys they're my sister's age, they didn't bang, you know what I'm saying? But they're into like underground rap and stuff like that, you know what I mean? They had like, they used to have a little crews, they used to battle on the block. So I started getting into that, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, I got the pen and paper. So I used to try to like rap Spanish and English, but that didn't work. I kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, my mind was elsewhere, you know what I'm saying? Because at the time, a few of my friends got shot. One of my buddies OD'd. My road dog that I grew up with, I was always with him, you know what I mean? So I kind of like, what was in my baby mom? I was with my boy. He was in camp at that time. So you know what? Yeah, it was tough. I was slanging. I was making my hustle on the streets. You know what I'm saying? I remember like the cops used to pass by. I'd be like, man, what you talking about? You know what I mean? Man, they didn't even know me, they didn't even call me Smokey. They'll be like they'll call me by my real name. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, no, I'm burned as fuck right here. So as far as that goes, yeah, you know what I mean? It was crazy, bro. Like, cause like they call it crash night. You know what I mean? Crash night, man. Like, cars will roll by, you see motherfuckers running like straight ants, like roaches, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, you feel me though? So I'm like, one of my closest boy ends up getting killed. So I kind of like chill. I kind of like, as far like I was deep into my lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of like chill for a little bit. Thank God at age of 18, I had my little daughter, you know what I mean? She's the love of my life. My baby mama got pregnant. But I ended up getting kicked out because of my tattoos on my face. So I tried going to a continuation in downtown LA. And my baby mama was going to a pregnancy school. And you know what? I was doing good, brother. Like, I was learning mechanic for my stepdad. And then so this time I was like, all right, motherfuckers, like I had to make that bread. So I started helping out my stepdad. And then I'm like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I OD'd. You feel me though? So I'm like, damn, like, I've been shot 4 times. I OD'd already 4 times. So I'm like, damn, man, my parents tell me that I got more lives than a cat.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. We can't brush by. We can't brush by.
You
said four different occasions or 4 different bullets?
I got shot 4 times, 2 different. I got shot 4 times, 2 different times, right? I OD'd 4 times. 1 time before coming out of prison on some shit that, man, actually came from China, you know what I'm saying? But the other time, yeah, they call it that white, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
like, brother, like, I told the homie one time, like, man, I don't do that fucking coke shit. And I'm like, man, you better take it slow, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
like, man, next you know, I feel like I was at Six Flags, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I end up passing out. Oh my God, man, you feel me though?
One more
Like, my
time.
respects to that shit for a minute. Out there in the world, and I got out on the block. You know what? I was struggling, brother.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. But my little daughter, having my little daughter, I chose not to serve no more. You feel me though? Because I already broke my little daughter's heart multiple times. You know what I'm saying? So like, you try to do good,
Yeah.
but once you're in that system, once you're on probation, on parole, it's like they're controlling you, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You miss one appointment with the laws, violation.
Yep.
You go to the county a month, you come out. Even if you try to, like, they're supposed to help you out, right? As far as, all right, I'm gonna get you enrolled in drug in drug classes and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
In their eyes, all they do is like, put the pen and paper, file your report, right? Okay, but where's that help?
That's
You
right.
feel me though? I told my
Yeah.
probation at the age of 19, I was already doing like hard drugs. That I told my probation officer, like, all right, you're violating me because I got a drug problem, but yet
Mm.
all you doing is make sure you show up to this class. What kind of PO are you? You feel me
That's a
though?
fact.
So I'm like, okay. And I remember one time I told her, like, man, you know what? You have to be there, done it, in order for you to know how to snap out of it. You feel me though? You gotta want it. You feel me though?
That's
So
a
I'm like,
fact.
okay, like I told my she violated me for that for a week. I'm like, for a week, you're gonna violate me? Like, god damn, like, and this time I went back to prison. But back then we said everybody was on parole, we are doing a year violation. So that took me away from my baby girl, you know, feel me though? So I'm like, damn, like, fuck, you feel me? I come out and I used to tell them, like, I had problems out there in the street growing up with us, like, it was tough, brother. So the only way I used to like forget about my problems was getting high. I ain't gonna lie to you. You feel me though? Stress, PRs, fucking tough. And then at that time, I wasn't dating nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I was fucking around with females, but like at the heat of the moment, I was too deep into my neighborhood that I was just getting high, brother. Like I tried to go look for a job, and then they wouldn't hire us felons. You feel me though?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So I went back to my old way, started serving. You feel me? I had shit on lock, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I had shit on block. I remember the good old days. But I had my little baby girl. No matter what, I used to always carry my little daughter with me. That's why my homegirls, all my friends respected me. Like to the park.
That's what's up.
I see that there's a famous restaurant in my neighborhood called Dino's. You might want to look it up. The chicken hamburger. Everybody be going over there. Even Big Boy from Power from 92.3. Man, that chicken spot is so bomb, brother. Like you smoke a blunt, hit that restaurant,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to help him out. You know what I mean? So it came down to the point that I used to help out at that restaurant called Dino's. I used to get paid like real like here and there. You feel me though? But yeah, like I said, man, 19, 20, 21, I went to prison. I did a 5-year bid, you know what I mean? I did a 5-year bid. That's when they were like, I'm like, damn, brother, like, my daughter's already gonna be at that age, like, she's gonna be 19, I mean, she's gonna be 9 years old, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I started doing things differently. I just chilled, you know what I mean? After 5 years coming out, came out, my baby mama I broke up with my baby mama. She had other kids for somebody else, you feel me? But I always kept that communication because simple fact that as long as the kids are happy, that's all that matters. You feel me though?
Exactly.
I mean, we had our ups and downs. She grew up the same lifestyle as I did. So this time I started working at a place called Homeboy Industries. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I went to go apply there. And then I only lasted like a few days over some like incident that took place as far as fighting, you know what I mean? But I was doing good though. But you can never predict what the next man is, like you always gotta be in your toes, you feel me though? So I'm like, so I was like, damn, why is God punishing me like that? You feel me though? So I'm like, what am I doing wrong? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, like I went and apply again. Once again, they put me in some program called Solo Panel, which I was doing good. I signed up, everything. I was just waiting for the phone call. And surely, I relapsed again, started getting high. This time I ended up at the California hospital. I had OD. I took too much. I didn't see how much amount was in there. You feel me? I was just anxious, but I was having problems to simple fact that all my life wasn't even organized. You feel me, brother? Like I'm like, damn, like what am I doing? Like older people used to lecture me, right? But I remember one time, right? My older homie told me like, hey man, sometimes all take all like all signs. Make sure you remember the signs are like a fucking like you know what I mean, like a call, like a wake up call, brother. You know what I mean? Like so I'm like, all right, this person just tell me this person just tell me that, and now I'm like, thank God I OD. So that's what I started getting into. I wanted to become a drug counselor for little kids. You feel me though? So I went to LACC, Los Angeles Community College, right? Signed up, and I have applied for a financial aid, right? Yeah. So I'm like, cool. You know what? I'm digging this. I want to help out little kids as far as to like me had been on me had that I had OD in the past. My gang life, my lifestyle. I figured that I know how to communicate with one of my own kind. You feel me though? So I'm like, all right. My little brother, at the time he was playing baseball with my little cousin. I mean, he started off as a little skater. And I'm like, man, I remember I went to prison. Before I went to prison, my little cousin wanted to be like me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm like, damn, like, this for one a gangbang, right? And then I remember one time my baby mama tells me, oh boy, you better not get them into your neighborhood, man. Your grandma's gonna whoop your ass, you know what I mean? So yeah. So I got him in. Turns out that I got him in. I'm like, this fool got love. He put like that fool used to look up to me, you know what I mean? Yeah. So we got him in. Man, once my little brother got in, I hit prison. My little brother, turns out my little brother used to play baseball. Turns out that he got in. So I'm like, oh, what did I do? Because I remember before I went to jail, I used to beat up my little brother and my little cousin because I didn't want them to fall into the same lifestyle as I did. You feel me? So I'm like, damn, these two little knuckleheads were smoking weed behind my back. You know what I mean? Behind my back. So they was starting kicking out the homies. So the money from the hustling, like we had it, right? But that wasn't enough, bro. Like, I remember one time I almost had the money to get a whip, right? That went down the drain. You know what I'm saying? So that went down the drain. So yeah, because that went down the drain because simple fact that my homeboy it was during the time that my homeboy needed to get bailed down, so we bailed him out. My daughter was already born, so the Pampers are really expensive, brother. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there is. You know what I mean? It's really expensive at the time. And that's so I was already like 25. What?
I was like, that's one of the main things you can't get help with either, yo.
Hey, people, man, all that hustling and shit that I was doing. I mean, it's my daughter. I love her to death, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying, it's my daughter, right? But them peppers are expensive, you know what I'm saying? But I remember one time, I remember my thank God, my mother-in-law, she loves me to death. You know what I'm saying? She loves me to death. But what I always had in my mind that I never told nobody, right? Because I'm a man, but I never told nobody, not even my brother or my mother, that my dad, no matter what he was, a gang member, a fuck up, right? A street motherfucker, a hustler, he always made sure that my grandma had money for me and my brother and my two older stepsisters. You know what I'm saying? I remember my grandma used to tell me, "Dang, your dad was a gang member, a fuck up, but even though that dirty money, I was able to buy you guys beans and rice and give us a roof." You know what I'm saying? So to this day, I think about my pops. You know what I'm saying? I think about my pops. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, therefore I grew up, I led his footsteps. My little brother did good, thank God, and my little cousins are good. They're all family men, settled down, got married. I'm still struggling, and I'm still like in the same path, in the path that I got like my ups and downs. Like I got that, like I got walls, you feel me though? But thank God that right now I'm like in the path that right now that I got a good girl by my side, you know what I'm saying? Like ever since I came out, like she helping me do good, you feel me though? It's like I got a close friend and it's tough, it's rough to have a female friend that is close to you that she looks so beautiful, you feel me though? And it's like, damn, but I guess, you know what? That's the message. That's the message that I'm like, damn, like I came out of jail. She was so happy to see me, you feel me though? She's telling me like, damn, like, I'm like, damn, like you got fire a motherfucker, you feel me? I try getting at her, but sometimes I say to myself, I want to have her as a friend because if I mess around with her and start dating her, something goes wrong, I'm gonna lose that friendship.
Yep.
You know? I'm gonna lose that friendship. So I rather her have her as a we call each other best friends because she knows how to communicate. You feel me though? She knows how to communicate, and every time I hear her voice or look at her, I'm like, damn, like you're so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Or when I talk to her, I'm like, damn, like you know what? You make sense, girl. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's through her page is where I found you. Through her page is where I found you.
No, peep game. That's my homegirl, right? That's my homegirl.
The baddest. I think it's.
Oh, that's my homegirl. Shout out to my homegirl, man. That's my homegirl. That's my homegirl right there. You know what I'm saying? That's my homegirl from my neighborhood. You know what I mean? But I'm a close friend. I had her on my page, right? Yeah. So I know her from high school. You feel me though? Yeah. I know her from high school. But I know what you mean though. My homegirl, man. Hey, you saw her page, right, brother? You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, that's how we do it over there, you know, here. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it in LA, brother. You know what I mean?
That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, she's good people, man, you know what I'm saying? So I'll talk to her here and there, you know what I mean? She makes you laugh. So when I'm in jail, I missed out on all this. Now that I'm out here, you know what I mean? I'm located in a halfway house. I'm like, damn, like my little daughter's in Michigan right now, getting ready to come back home. She's excited to see me. I left her when she was 9, going on 9. She's 15 right now, brother. She's 15, so I gotta stack up that bread, and I'm gonna do her sweet 16s. You feel me though? So I constantly like stay talking to my daughter all day. My other friend, the one I was telling you about, that from high school, she came back in the picture. She's excited. Like she texts me, she talks to me all the time. She tells me like, you know what, she helping her brother stay on point. You know what I mean? Like she tells me like, hey, don't go back to your old ways. I don't want to see you on that main street over there. You're gonna hanging out with your whole crowd. And I'm like, man, you know what? I always tell her like, man, you know what? I only got a full little handful of friends that I got right now that I choose to have, because that little crowd was there for me when I was in jail. And then they used to take care of me. Like, even though I didn't ask for nothing, I mean, even though I never asked for something, they used to look out for me. Letters, pictures. Money was irrelevant to me. But when it came down to the letters and the pictures and seeing your old friends that you haven't seen for like 12 years, 10 years, you're like, damn, like, that's what's up, brother. You know what I mean? So now that I'm out here, that little crowd of friends that I knew from back then, I'm communicating with them. They're telling me like, hey man, we cannot go back to the old ways. We cannot go back hanging out in the streets no more, because that's it for us. You feel me though? We gotta think positive now. They're helping me get a job, which thank God I'm already established with a job once I get out of quarantine. My road dog, once again, I haven't seen him for like 10 years, but he came, he's looking out for me. He always looked out for me. Yeah, he used to ask me for your daughter, how's your daughter doing? Now my other boy is what he gave me a job, right? He started out working at a small little clothing place, but he's actually starting to go to school for I believe administration, for they pay you while you're going to school. You feel me though? So those are positive things that I got around my circle. You know what I mean? As of right now, I'm not dating because I'm not in that my mind's not there yet. You feel me though? Because I gotta catch up to my daughter. My daughter comes first no matter what, right? And then I gotta get my job. For my job, I gotta get my whip. and everything else falls in place. You feel me though? You know what I mean?
Right.
There's no rush. You got plenty of time, man. You got plenty of time.
yeah, I got support from my family. You feel me though? My
That's the
family
thing.
always been there for me. You know what I mean? Family, that's one thing you gotta remember. Family, you always gotta be there for the family, brother. You know what I mean? Family,
Right.
because yeah, the fam's always gonna be there. You know what I mean? If you got a closest homeboy, you know what I mean? That they consider family too. You feel me though?
Yeah,
Because you grow up with them, and then you feel it in your heart that they're like, damn, that's a brother right there. You know what I'm saying? I got my little cousin and my little brother helping me out. You know what I mean? And they used to gangbang. You feel me though? And then I mean they're family people now. You know what I mean? And then we used to go. My family, everybody at the gangbang, we used to go hard. You feel me though? I got my two sisters. They used to help me out. You know what I mean? So yeah, my older sisters like they're there for me. My mama's my ride or die, man. Let me tell you about my mama. My mama gangster, bro. You know what I'm saying? My mama, man, we're Salvadorians. You feel me though? So my mama, when she get mad, that Salvadorian comes out of her. You feel me though? So I'm like, yeah, man. My mama did when it used to go out. She goes all her ways just for me. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, yeah, she's like my best friend. You feel me though? My best friend. You know what I mean? Like my mama, I mean, my mama's a gangster ass lady, you know what I mean? But now that I'm older, right? Now that I'm older, when I was in jail, I started off reading trucking, CDL, right? I got into that CDL stuff like the trucks and trailers and stuff like that. Man, that's the paper right there.
Yeah,
You know
they
what I'm
make some
saying?
good money.
So
Especially if
yeah,
you go, man,
That's a fact.
out of state, man. The
That's a
further you
fact.
go, the more
yeah.
money you make.
Hey, imagine you going out of state, brother. Man, you leave wifey at home or your girl at
Uh-huh.
home. Like, hey,
Uh-huh.
brother, like, man, you never know. It's like a road. That's what you call a road trip. You feel
No,
me?
yeah,
Though?
yeah,
Yeah,
vacations.
road trip. Fuck yeah. Hey, just take your little road out with you and
Hell
hit the
yeah.
roller, Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
So
yeah, man.
yeah, I started reading that. You feel me though? So I'm like, all right, I want to do this. You know what I mean? But then again, I got closest loved ones that are still deep and like doing drugs that I don't want to mention no names, but I care about them, that I want them. I don't want that. I made them that way as far as the street life,
Yeah.
but I fucked up because now that I'm in the system, that I went to the system, they got started doing hard drugs, brother. You know what I mean? But I really want to help them out because it takes one to know another. You feel me though? Other people might judge you because of the drugs that you're using because you're in the streets, but you see, you gotta be there
Yeah.
to help a motherfucker get out of there. You feel me though?
Yeah.
So I'm like, and then yeah, 9 times out of 10 people tells me like, man, it's a lost cause. It's a lost cause. Nah, you know what I mean? I've been sober for 6 years, brother.
That's what's up.
Sober
God
for
bless.
6 years.
Hell yeah,
You
that's
know what I'm
what's
saying?
up, man.
Haven't touched not a damn thing. In the
That's what's
system
up.
we got, there's drugs everywhere. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
what made me stop doing all them drugs because for one, your daughter,
Yeah.
daddies are close to their fathers. Two, it gets old. I mean, don't get me wrong, smoking weed here and there, mixing liquor at the club.
Yeah.
That's man though. You feel me though?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm talking about that. I'm talking about the heavy drugs that are out here in LA. You feel me though?
Yeah. I know.
That's
Man,
a fact.
you-
Yeah.
yeah, you feel me though? So right now I'm in the process of trying to get my CDL, but at the same time I started getting into acting. You feel me though?
Oh,
I made
shit.
an application. To go to start like acting class, right?
That's
Man, don't get me wrong. Like I'm pretty sure they're hiring me just to be in the background, posted
yeah.
up. You know what I mean? Like,
Bro, if
but
you look, we got some people that do it right now that we fuck with, yo. Like that's in LA.
yeah,
Yo. So
yeah,
they
that's the
doing
thing I
it, so
like.
you can definitely do it, yo.
Yeah, you might want to check out a video called a record called Vicious. The name of that song is called Let's Ride.
That's
He got us in the video in the background. So I'm like, damn, I like to do that. You feel me? Though? I like to be acting. Like as far as me being a gang member, and then like my tattoos in my face. I mean, I already strained my life. You feel me though? I strained my life for the better. You feel me though? Like my heart is always gonna be in the neighborhood. You feel me though?
Yeah.
Too many memories. You feel me though? The way we grew up. I love my homies and I love my own girls. You feel me though?
Yeah.
But we getting older, brother.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? My daughter's getting older. You feel me though? So now it's like My time is it's time for the little homies for shine. My time is like the family thing. You feel me? Though I want to get married. I want to get married. I want to enjoy being time with my daughter. I want to be out here for my daughter's 16th, and once she gets married, I want to walk her through church. You feel me? Though? So what I gotta do to proceed to proceed those goals, which is I gotta stay out, man. I gotta go to school. You feel me though? And then like once again, I thank God that God put somebody in my way to help me, to guide me. Like, I mean, my brother and my cousin are helping me out, right? But now let's put a female in this motherfucker's way. A female that got a good head on her shoulder, so this motherfucker could listen. You feel me though? So I'm like, so she every day, I text her every day, right? Day long. She tells me how you doing. I mean, have you done this? Have you done that? Like things that I gotta do in here. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Oh, you know what? You sure right? I forgot about that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, hey man, she told me, hey man, I don't want you once you start going to your passes, don't go to your neighborhood or else I'm gonna be mad at you. I don't want you talking to certain people, to female this. If you find a female, make sure she's nice. Make sure she don't do drugs. Make sure she likes your daughter. You feel me though? Because the thing about me, when I'm with a female, right, I make sure I peep the game the way she acts with my daughter. Exactly. And my daughter approves it, then and she's a good girl, then I mean I'm gonna give it a try. You feel me though? But this girl, don't get me wrong, this girl, she's my best friend. This is the first time that I actually got a female friend as a best friend, but a beautiful one too, like a beautiful one and a strong-minded and a hard. She got two jobs, a strong one. You feel me though? But I'm like, damn, I want to get with her. Damn, I'll be telling her like, man, if you give me a chance, I'll wife you up, girl. You know what I mean? But she's like, nah. She's telling me that, nah, let's take it slow. Make sure you stay out of jail. Like, you know, I broke the ice. Like, yeah, you know, I got love for you, right? You know, I love you, right? And she's like, yeah, I always loved you since high school. But she's like, you're my best friend. We're like, it's better for us to keep it as friends than for shit to go out of left field. You feel me? So right now, what I'm trying to do is I tell her my goals, right? I tell her I want to become a truck driver, but I want to do acting at the same time. I've been seeing this series that be coming out like the Mayans. I remember Gangland, Southland. I remember, and I'm like, damn, yeah. So I'm like, that's something that I want to pursue. Why? Because my daughter likes things like that. You feel me though? So I'm like, and not just that. Me ODing, me having seen friends that OD on drugs, I want to give back to the community. Like I want to become a drug counselor. You feel me though? I want to become a drug counselor for minors. Why for minors? Because I think that they just starting their career. You feel me though? I mean, they just starting. They're the young buds. You feel me though? The BGs. You know what I mean? The baby gangsters. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, like. Now, I'll be seeing the little homies, not just in my neighborhood, but elsewhere, getting harassed by the cops. I'll be seeing it not that long ago. I heard about some little kid ODing, you feel me? Though? So I'm like, okay, look, check this out. I want to become a drug counselor, but I want to, like, send a message out there. I want to get the message out there as far as, I mean, like, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you what you're doing. But just be careful when you do drugs, bro. That, I mean, just because you see the next man, I want to tell little kids, just because you see the next man doing this drug that you don't even know of. I mean, guys, life, you only got one life. I mean, life, you only got one, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like, I would hate to see my own kind, any kind, you know what I'm saying, kids, ODing, you feel me though? So not just that, it's like believe me, like I gotta go hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So those are my three goals that I'm pursuing right now. You know what I mean? For the most part, I mean, I just got out the feds right now. You feel me? Man, let me tell you, over there, it's like, man, you meet everybody in the grandma right there from the top dogs. You know what I mean?
Was that a big difference from state?
Hell yeah. Man,
was it wild? Was it more wild or was it just the politics?
Hey, no, not the politics, right? But it's wild that as far as that goes, like it's kickback, right? But you meet like top dog motherfuckers right there, like every race, Italian, our kind, the blacks, you know what I'm saying? Or but you know what? But famous people, you feel me though?
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn man, I saw you in Jersey Shore, you know what I mean? And that was my shit. You know what I mean? Like I know all the names to it.
That's
You know what I mean? I know
I know
Polly,
who you
all that
talking
fool, you
about
know what I
too.
mean?
I know who you talking about too.
Hey, situation, you feel me though? So I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, you know what I mean? Angelina, let me tell you about Angelina. She beautiful, bro, you know what I mean? But yeah, brother, but being in the feds, you could pick up many careers as far as HVAC, plumbing, electricians, and you meet a lot of people, bro, like from all over United States. You feel me, bro? Because instead you just stick with people from Cali. In the feds, you meet like a bunch of different people, different religious, different like races. Like my workout partner was this Puerto Rican and a black dude from Chicago. You know what I mean? So I'm like, this Puerto Rican dude from Chicago too. So I'm like, their slang, the way it's like different from Cali. You feel me though? But I used to put my MP. I used to put my MP when we used to bump because we had a little boombox, and they're like, all right, you with that West Coast shit, you know what I'm saying? Like you're the gangster shit. But then I'll be bumping with the one of the brothers from Chicago that be on that East Coast shit, right? Right? But yeah, when I was my workout partner, I always stay positive, bro. Like in the weights, you learn from the next man. You know what I mean? Because I was always used to doing burpees. That was our thing. You know what I mean? Burpees. You know what I'm saying? From state prison, burpees all the time, right? So this Puerto Rican dude, it was huge, and the black brother from Chicago, I started doing weights with him. You know what I mean? That's how we used to kill our time. You know what I mean? So I was doing HVAC. You know what I mean? But then for a while, and then I got fired. I got fired super fast because when the COVID kicked in, they let us out. But then I cursed the staff out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to act like a smart ass? I'm like, nah, man. You know what I mean? You giving me an attitude. I'm ignoring you. You telling me I'm giving you an attitude. You telling me, you know what? You can go home. I don't need you. All right. I ended up going to the kitchen. Man, being in the kitchen was kickback, brother. Let me tell you, I had two best friends in there, and they were actually my street enemies, like street gang enemies. You feel me though? But that's crazy how you become that close. Like in the streets, we're like this. In the streets, we are apart, but in the system, man, them dudes, they used to look out, brother. Like one of them, like he's humble, he's young. He started his career when he was 19 years old. He got 20 years, and he's one foot out the door, but he's humble. He graduated high school and ended up getting 20 years. My other boy, he's getting deported to Mexico. But while we're in there, you see humble people, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy how you get to meet people, and then not just because what they used to rap, but for who they are. You feel me though? They gave me a job. I started working in the kitchen with them. So that's when I started getting my GED. You feel me though? I started going to school with the GED, and I got that motherfucker. You feel me though? I got the GED. I started going to GED. I got my GED. So once you're in the system, you try to forget about that street life. You know what I mean? But once you're in there, it's like it's like a whole different world. It's like my older homeboy once told me, you want to get when I was little, you want to gangbang, make sure you start like in jail. But once you're in jail, you want to gangbang, make sure you start like in jail because if you don't have it, if you're not strong with it, and you don't have it in you, the prison and jail is gonna break you. You feel me though? Man, I just made a motherfucker survive in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like from there, every day is something different. You feel me though? So I made something. By the time that I was in the system, I made sure I didn't waste my time. I learned how to draw. I always stayed in touch with the ones that I love. I started going to doing HVAC, right? And then I started doing plumbing. So my last job was at the kitchen. So COVID kicked in for a whole year. So that's where I started reading about the commercial driving license, you know. So I'm like, but at the same time, I used to fool around with my celly. I had an MP, right? I had reggaeton in there. So I'm like, I told him, like, hey man, you gotta know how to dance reggaeton, brother. You know what I mean? Like I used to teach that motherfucker, like like little moves. You know what I mean? So I put like, man, that's some gay shit right there. I put like, man, if he's telling me, hey, motherfucker, you a gambler, man. Y'all niggas, you pumping reggaeton, like, man. Reggaeton is a shit, man. In high school, I used to go to flyer parties. You know what I mean? You pull them hoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So I'm like, man, it'll be like, hey, man, yeah, crazy. You see a bar-headed motherfucker that's with reggaeton, you know what I mean? So I taught my Sally how to dance that shit, like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I came out, right? I was like, man, I'm gonna start going clubbing again. He's ex-homeboy from Texas. So now that he's out there in Texas, he reaches out to me, right? He's from Dallas, from East Dallas, right? That's my Sally for 2 years. So I'm like, he's like, man, I remember Smokey when I used to clown your ass for bumping reggaeton, but I was messing with these chicks, I picked them up, and I'm like, they started putting reggaeton, so I like, hey man, my ex Sally from West LA used to bump that shit. Like, okay, now I know why that motherfucker bumping that shit, you know what I mean? So I was like, yeah. So this motherfucker, I guess he had some chick in that apartment. That chick recorded him, you know what I mean? Like, this fool was drunk, right? And then she asked him like, hey, Flo, where did you know how to get reggaeton? My Sally. Motherfucker put me out there and he's on Instagram, you feel me though? So I was like, man, motherfucker right there, you know what I mean? I was like, hey, nigga, like I know how to dance, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? But like, because once you're drunk, you know how to dance anything, you feel me though? So I was like, yeah.
You might have helped him out. You might have helped him get some ass, yeah.
Yeah,
learn how to dance.
Yeah,
You might have helped him out, yeah.
I used to tell that motherfucker like, hey, bro, like now I'm an ugly motherfucker, right? But I still pull their females. You feel me though? You pull that females. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, I'm like, man, this bro just wanna get at me because I'm inked up and I'm bald headed, and then don't get me wrong, because our swag. You feel me though? We got the cause we're hood niggas. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, once I started dancing with this and with them, like drunk, they used to like that's what's all about. You feel me though? So I'm like, yeah, brother, like. Recently, the brother, my two buddies from the system, from the feds, they call me, and I be letting them know, like, hey, bro, like, I hear it's different, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's different. So I'm like, I mean, I got love for them motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Shout out to the homies over there, you know what I mean? So my boys right there, you know, still doing time. They'll be out here within 5 years. But yeah, man, other than that, man, like, that's what I'm doing right now. That's where I stand now. I mean, we had it tough. Don't get me wrong. I got it tough because federal operation, I don't know, like they drug test you constantly. You feel me though? They drug test you like 3 times a month. You feel me though? Every time you go on the pass and you come back, you got a P test. You got to breathe. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I really ain't tripping about that because I be in the weight power. My little cousin got me on protein shakes. Well, that's something that I always kept up. You know what I mean? Cause I got a little size on me. You know what I mean? So that's something that I always do, like protein shakes and shit like that. So I'm like, that's why I'm staying focused right now. My little brother got he got a good head on his shoulder. You know what I mean? He's helping me out, reaching out to get drugs and stuff like that. I mean, stay away from the drugs. Yeah. We gotta stay away from the drugs. He tells me stay away from the drugs. Think about your daughter. And he tells me like, hey, bro, like your daughter.
You got to keep a good circle, man. That's your foundation right there, man.
Yeah,
only as good as the people you keep around you.
Yeah, so I look at my little brother, man, 2 brand new cars. You got the brand new Charger with the heavy engine, a brand new Rubicon, the truck, got a house. He just had a baby. He got his wife, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he got his own house. And man, he's doing good, man. My little cousin, he just got out, but he's working, but he's building himself up. But he got his own spot with his girl now, you know what I mean? So I know my little brother reaches out to me. So I got like a little, how can I tell you? I got everything lined up exactly where I wanted to be lined up. It's just for me to proceed them goals. You feel me though? And the way I'm gonna do about it is stay away from the people that I know that are gonna bring me down. I mean, I got good people like in my ears, like whispering good things, positive things. I got that female as a best friend that she's gonna help me do good because I know she will, right? So I got love for her, you know what I mean? And I got my daughter. Mainly, I got my daughter. My daughter means the world to me. So I gotta stack that bread up I'm gonna do her little 16s, but I'm gonna surprise her. I'm gonna get like a few old school lowrider cars on her. You know what I mean? I told my little brother, my little cousin about it, so I'm gonna surprise her. You know what I mean? So acting's the main thing I wanna proceed. You know what I mean? Even if it's just in the background, I wanna accomplish things that I couldn't in the past. I never stayed out of jail. I'm a jail baby. You feel me though? Since I was a little kid, you know what I mean? So this time
This time
back
coming
then I
out
was
with a goal. You have a plan. You have a foundation. So you can definitely do it, man. You can definitely do it.
Yeah, that's why I want to reach out. I did an application for acting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they told me you gotta pay this amount of money, but I want to see the schedule when I get to go out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got a homeboy right here that he showed me a video like on Instagram, or a video through it was a series. I forgot the name of that series, but he came out in the background like he was tattooing, but he tried to plug me in through the right sources. You know what I mean? So right now, I mean, yeah, and then I heard, I don't know, they like to hire people like us to be in like in the background, and I want to reach out to people that could assist me with stuff like that. You feel me though?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. So
let the people know your Instagram, just in case if they watch this and they have something for you.
Yeah, I mean my Instagram is AG Lopes. You know what I mean? If you could reach out to me, I mean, I got my shit on private. You know what I mean? So if you got any opportunity, you guys are looking for someone or could help me out, extend your hand to me, please do so. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'll put it in the description too.
Yeah, get good looking out, brother. Once again, it's like AG Lopes with the Z at the end. I mean, I would like to get help because I like to help out people, you know what I mean? And if somebody could help me out, I'll be highly appreciated, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
so yeah, I mean, I got dreams, brother. I got dreams that I'm trying to like, I hope I'm gonna get there, you feel me though?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Started from the bottom, but now I'm here now, you feel me though?
Hell yeah, that's
so,
dope,
yeah,
man.
I gotta go all the way up, you know what I mean? So yeah, man. Yeah, brother.
Yeah, so it looks like your time is running out here, yo. Yeah.
Hey,
so we can wrap it up. We're gonna bring you on for a part 2, man. We definitely want to talk to you again and shit.
Oh no. He ain't tripping though. He went like, you know what I mean? Let me tell you, you gotta dodge bullets in this motherfucker. Hey, I don't know that one broad from City Girls. I don't know how she did it in the happy house. You know what I mean? Remy Ma, I don't know how she did it in the happy house. You know what I mean? Well, for the most part, I'm reading good. We're hitting them with the weight powers right here. You know what I mean? Everybody get along here. I mean, everybody stay productive. Everybody goes to work. You know what I mean? You just gotta make the best out of it. You know what I mean? Those stupid ass rules we gotta follow, but the staff being petty. But I mean, with the time in the system, we know how to dodge people. You know what I'm saying? So man. But it was nice. Hey, it was nice. Hey, thank you guys for reaching out to me, brother. You know what I mean?
We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad to hear that you got a goal set. And it seems like you have everything in place to accomplish that goal. And that's great to even hear right there, man. You got the foundation, and I know you can do it, man. You already came this far. Came this far. I got a 12-year-old daughter, so I know, man. I know. I have a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
12-year-olds now is like
she's 14
on 18, yeah. So you got an example at this point, man.
Yeah, you gotta live life, man. Right now, I would like to start dating, but I just can't, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that'll come
right
in
now,
time, man.
I would like, huh?
That'll come in time,
I'm just taking it slow. I'm taking it slow, you know what I'm saying? Because, man, I mean, they ain't gonna tie me down. You feel me though?
Yeah, hell yeah, yeah.
But no, bro, on a serious note, hey, but on a on some serious shit though. Yeah, man. I mean, I haven't seen my daughter. I just like butterflies. Just thinking about it. Like I'm gonna see her like after 6 years. I feel butterflies in my stomach. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she means the world to me. Like, when I'm asleep, I feel the phone vibrating, right? And she's like, "What are you doing?" right? I'm like, I'm asleep, Jasmine. But I be telling her like, hey, mama's as a matter of fact, you're in Michigan, it's 3 hours ahead. What are you doing awake? You
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
me?
yeah. It's,
And she like,
nothing.
yeah, but she tells me, oh, I can't sleep. I was reading, but I was thinking about you. So I'm like, okay, I can't get mad at my little baby girl, you know what I mean? Because for one, she's reading, and
Yeah,
then she grabbed the phone to reach out to daddy, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like,
As long as
yeah,
it's on her
brother, like,
mind, man. As long as you on her mind, you good,
yeah,
man.
man, you know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. It's
Yeah,
glad
yeah.
that he was able to maintain that relationship as well.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Hey, it's hard. It's hard being a parent. Let me tell you, you know what I'm saying? Especially a father, because your daughters are attached to the fathers, you know what I mean? To the daddies, you know what I mean? So it's like, multiple my older homegirls, they always tell me like, yeah, man, that the girls are attached to the dads, you know what I mean? And then it's like, now that I'm out, and this time I'm gonna do right. I broke her heart once in the past. I'm not gonna break her little heart again. You feel me though? Because I mean, I ain't gonna be a deadbeat dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, dude. So yeah, man. Thanks you guys, and once again, and yeah, man. Hopefully you could plug me in as far as give me some information as far as acting school and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
because
gonna
I
see. I'm
know.
gonna see. I'm gonna reach out to some people and see if I can just even get some information. Just anything I can get. Anything I get, I'll pass
Yeah,
it on to you. Yeah.
because to be honest with you, you got life is hard. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as long as you don't let little things get to you, I mean, you once you get the first job, you're gonna be established. You're like, okay, like man, you could kill. I got 3 years paper. I only gotta do a year and a half. You know what I mean?
So,
And then if I did 6 years in there without getting in trouble, I know I could do a year and a half out here. You feel
man.
me? And with your loved ones and your close friends. You feel me though?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, brother, like,
Well, you gotta just
and it's
become a
never too
homebody,
late.
man. Just become a
Yeah.
homebody. You good.
Hey, I'm in my early 30s. You feel me? The early 30s are like the early 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, brother. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, like, yeah, like, it's cool out here, brother. You know what I mean?
That's
I'm
what's
down the
up,
street.
man.
I'm down the street from I'm down the street. We right here down the street from Nipsey Hussle's store closed.
Marathon.
Yeah, right there
That's
by
what's up.
Crenshaw. I'm close to Crenshaw right here, brother. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
a good little area. You know what I mean?
That's what's up,
And
man.
like, yeah, man, like he like that was a good like I used to see him give back to the community. You know what I mean? So I was like, that's things that I'm not famous, but I could know like like he was a hood nigga, so they're like, all right, like yeah, that's what's up. He got the
Yep.
message across. He got people's attention. You know what I mean? So I'm a hood nigga, but I got like a way that I can communicate with the youngsters. You feel me though?
What you're
So that's
doing right
something that,
now, what you're doing right now is the start of it. This is the start
yeah, you
right
know what I
here.
mean?
This is the first step.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
before we wrap any episode up, we like I said, we try to end it on a positive note. So man.
Yeah. So we just like to ask some info, from my guests. So if there's an
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
so there's an individual that's about to cross that street, right? And the other side is prison, death, whatever it is. What would you do? What would you tell them before they cross that street?
Well, before you cross the street, right? What was the first step you said? What was the first
Yeah,
one?
like just in general, the other side of the street is death, jail, everything that comes with the street life. So they're about to cross the street. What would you tell them before they cross that street?
Oh, straight up, man. You gotta be real with them to begin with. You know what I mean? You gotta be real with them, and then, like I said, it takes one to know another, and you gotta go through it. You gotta go through all the fucked up stages in life, so you'll know how to tell the next individual, right? So for me, I'll tell the individual like, hey, bro, look, check this out, man. You're young. Don't fuck up your future. Let me tell you something, because look, as soon as you cross the street, those seconds, minute, you might think is the best time of your life, but excuse me, but those seconds or minutes in your life is gonna get you either one, you're gonna get shot, Two, you're gonna go to jail. And let's say, for instance, you end up shooting somebody unintentionally, like you didn't want it to, you just wanted to scare them. That little bullet is gonna cost your life, or you might do a type of drugs just because you think the next man want to be cool, and you might OD, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. I'll tell that little kid, you know what? Drink a lot of water, walk very slow. But when you're drinking a lot of water, you're quiet, you're not saying anything. But when you walk very slow, you're observing everything, brother. You know what I'm saying? So I will let them know, like, hey man, kick it who you kick it with. But then again, just because you see them doing something, don't be a follower. Be a leader. Be a leader. You feel me though? You gotta be a leader, because if you're a follower, well, you're gonna be a follower all your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're a leader, you can kick it with your crowd. But if you're a leader, they're gonna see you coming up, making money, and you're gonna be pulling all the bad bitches in life.
Yep.
You feel me though? You're gonna be putting some top-notch bitches in life.
Yep.
And if you're a follower, are you gonna be putting little hood rats in the neighborhood that are using drugs? They are fucking like 20 years, 10 years from now, pregnant. Using EBT cards. You feel me though? So what you wanna do? Like, I'll let them know straight up. So ladies, check this out, man. Yeah, kick it wherever you want to kick it. Now, you don't gotta, everybody talk bad about gangsters, right? But not all gangsters are bad, bro. We got the smart street gangsters, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? That we grew up in the hood, but everybody. I don't know what the next man had done, but you know yourself. You feel me, though?
Yeah.
You know what you rep. You know where your heart is always gonna be at. But then again, you gotta be better for you. You gotta know yourself first. You feel me, though?
Yeah.
So it's like, the young, the BGs in the neighborhood. Hey man, I'll let them know straight up once again. Like, hey man, you want to throw your life within seconds, a minute, you could throw your life away. And if you don't, think about it. Think about if you're gonna keep doing the same shit you're doing, because man, all it takes. Look at me, bro. Once I started going to juvenile home, the system got me to this day. Graduated juvenile home, went to state prison. Graduated state prison, went to the feds. Now look at me now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, the little young boys, like, you just gotta let them know, man, like, you cannot over exaggerate, because they're gonna be like, nah, nigga, you tripping, bro. You know what I mean? You gotta let them know, like, hey man, hey, you gotta choose wisely who you kick it with, because just because they're doing it, you don't gotta do it. If they jump over the bridge, are you gonna jump over the bridge? No. You kicking it with that crowd. So if you end up being addicted to that crowd, in 10 years from now, where do you see yourself? You feel me though? So it's like, do you want to succeed in life and pull a bad bitch with a bad whip? Yeah, stay in school, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, graduate high school. One thing I'm gonna tell you in life, one thing I'm gonna keep it real, bro. One thing I'm gonna tell you in life, man. One thing, the best years in my life were high school days. High school was the best years in my life. If I could go back in time, I would have went. I wish I could have gone to high school, bro. Go back to the high school days, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all these ditching parties, kickback parties every Friday. Hey, it was fun. Yeah, we were ditching fucking hoes, getting high. But look what happened to me, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's like we used to make money. We make money hustling. We got a stable job. This like taking life as a joke and not thinking about a goal when you're young. It's like fucked up. You feel me? You gotta have a little short-term goal when you're young, because you got something you want to pursue. Now you're staying focused, you know what I'm saying? And if you focus on that job, now once you have that job, you don't gotta work for the rest of your life. You just going to work and chill, because you're doing what you wanted to do. You feel me though? So right now, don't get me wrong, money was not a problem with me. I was always hustling in the streets.
Yeah.
Right now, after this quarantine, I already got a job lined up. You feel me though? So
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, brother, that's where I'm at. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. And like I said, man, I really appreciate what you're doing right now. Your story could definitely help the next person, man. And that's really what we about, man.
Yeah, man.
Definitely stay safe out there, man. You got your goals. You can definitely reach it, man. We all proud of you for even getting this far, man. So keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep the contact. We would definitely love to have you back again. We have sometimes some open forum.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
So again, we would love to have you back. Anything you want us to promote, anything you try to do, man, anything you need, man, just reach out to us, man. We here, man.
Oh, yeah, all the time, man. You know what I mean? Anytime, man. I would like to reach out to you guys. You know what? I was saying a few of the fellows right here about you guys, man. You know what I mean? I showed them your YouTube videos. I showed them that Instagram. And you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of fellows over here that like they got stories for you guys. You feel me though? And everybody right here that I met so far, we're like, we come from the bottom. You feel me though? Like they're making the way up. I might not know the next man's life story, but it takes a real one to know the next one. It takes a real motherfucker to know the next man. You feel me though? No one. You feel me though? Yeah, I mean, I saw a few of the fellas. I mean, if they want to reach out to you guys, I'll give them your information. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Make sure they subscribe too, man. Make sure they subscribe.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what
you know what I'm saying?
Well, shit,
before we wrap it up, before we wrap it up, I mean, I want to give a shout out. I mean, to the two of my homeboys that I got in the feds. They're about to get out. You know who you are. My family, my brother, my cousin, they're helping me out. My family, my whole family, my best friend. You know who you are. She's always keeping a motherfucker on point. But the love of my life, my little baby girl, man. She's my strength every day. You know what I mean? That's the reason I'm out here. She keeps me with a smile. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so yeah, brother, I'm gonna reach out to you guys.
That's what's up.
I mean, hey man, I would like to see this video later on. Shoot me the information, man. Text it to me.
Yeah. I'll let you know, right? We got a couple lined up and shit already ahead. So it might be just a little bit of wait, but I'm definitely gonna let you know exactly when it's gonna drop. I'm gonna shoot you the link, right when it drops.
Yeah, because shoot it to me so that way I could show the fellas that I'm like, all right, Smokey said, Smokey was right, man. You know what I mean? So that way I could reach out to a few of the hood motherfuckers over here that they want to reach out to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Definitely,
brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Thank you guys, bro. God bless you guys. You feel me though? And hey, thank you for this opportunity, man. You know what I mean? I had a good talk with y'all. You know what I mean?
Always, man. The door's always open, man. Stay safe, man.
Yeah.
If they only knew, man. If they only knew.
They only knew.
Where's our baby? Where's the name, man?